And have your feet this way and your head that way, laying on your back. This is a supine position, and yeah, just spending time like that, it relaxes the back of the head because gravity allows the back just to sink into the floor. To engage the posterior chain in the back, the muscles along the back of the spine, we want to give our big toes a touch and separate the heels. Good, and then bring your knees slightly up. Come up, 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 up. Good. Pause there, and then tighten here. So hold that position, point the toes towards your nose, and then take your thumbs at the base of the rib cage and the pinkies on top of the hip bones. Now open the shoulders. Good, and take the biggest breath you have all day. Good, and then you feel all that new space, like you made a bigger version of yourself. When you breathe out, try to maintain that space. Good, 2 more of those. Good work. Keep these together, keep this tight. Slowly tuck the chin towards the chest, good. And then take the hands up, away from the body, press the fingertips together. Take the elbows towards one another and reach the hands up as high as you possibly can, and then take another big breath. Point the toes towards the nose, tighten the hips, press the fingertips together, and then powerfully exhale. 2 more of those as you're slowly bringing the hands from up here. Start to bring them down nice and slow. As slow as you possibly can, and just sync it up with your breath. I like to teach the word soothing when I exhale because it creates vibration. So if you do have any mucus or any things that are tight in the back of the neck, that vibration from the inside with the word soothing, which is why you hear the yogis say ooh and oh.
And in the back here, do I press it down?
Let it relax. Okay, so
just like that.
Yep, when you tighten the hips and you open the shoulders, it pulls the spine that way and that way. So the lower back gets longer naturally.
But it doesn't go down.
You don't have to press it down and you don't have to arch it up. A lot of people try to tighten there, but in reality, you're working the shoulder and the hip, and they work.
What I feel is like here, a lot of
pressure?
Pressure.
In a good way?
Yes, it's good. Like
you probably hold a lot of pressure in the inner thighs and in the butt from sitting. The nature of some of your work, if you're doing administrative work, you're sitting. I was just sitting in the chair back there, and I stood up, and I was like, I'm tight, just from a little bit. It doesn't take long for us to form into this. We look like a shrimp, you know, we look like a prawn, and we're trying to open up. So this decompression allows you to decompress. Doing this first thing in the morning, if you've slept and you kind of slept funny, that can release some of those tensions. Because if I don't do this, and I slept kind of funny, and now I walk all day, I come home like, my neck is sore, what did I do? So this is a great position to kind of start it. And then at the end of your day, try to hit it before you go to bed, that way you sleep better. And if you've been at a desk or you had a long drive, your head is going to slowly start to slide forward, and that's hard on that top vertebrae or that axis.
Or for example, when she wakes up in the middle of the night, she can do it too. It helps with.
Absolutely. If you're like, you can't sleep, do this, the isometrics. When we tighten and then relax, it's like I swing a pendulum and let go of it, it's going to swing to the other way. And when we swing it this way, it's tightening it. And when it relaxes, it's swinging the opposite direction, so it induces the relaxation response. It improves circulation. At times it can give you a boost of energy. At other times it can allow you to, I just need to go to bed. So there's a couple progressions in this position. One of them is a tracer. So I'm going to take you through the shin tracer. So bring your feet towards me again, big toes together, heels apart. Good. Slowly bring the knees up. Good, right there. Bring your left heel and put it on the inside of the right shin. Right there. Pause and slowly trace it up to the knee and back down. And try to keep a rhythm for 3 or 4 full traces. Spread the toes as wide as you can while you do it. That opens up the ankle, stretches the base of the foot. If you've had to walk a lot in a day, this is a great thing to kind of take a break, get your feet down off the feet out of the feet out of the shoes and on the ground. And then come back down and switch and do the other side. Are you holding an imaginary ball there? Do you feel how your hand holds tension? Be aware of that and just kind of frequently try to open and let that relax. A lot of that is from your shoulder and neck, and we'll get to it later today, but I just want you to be aware of that. And I can see you've got some tension there in that left side.
Wow.
Do you notice that? You ever hold that?
I never noticed it until now.
All right, and then bring in this heel and put it right on the inside of that shin. Good. Now when we're here, I love the cue to take the foot across the body. And then the same thing on the bottom side. And then trace up. Good work. And back down. Much better with the hands.
Wow, I never noticed it, but I could feel it.
Like I said, that is a sign that it's up. A lot of time there's compression in the neck or in the column and the spine, and it shows up in the hand. So good spread, nice work. One more of those. Bring this knee just slightly up so there's a little more bend. That keeps the hips more engaged. And then the next one, we're gonna start back over with this side on this. So same thing, the tracer, but when it comes up to the top, pause. From here, up to the top. Bring this knee slightly up. Good. Tighten it to the inside. Good. Hold that. Toes towards the nose. Let me see this hand. Press right here. Okay. Good. Now press the leg into the hand. And the hand into the leg with the thumb out and the palm straight up. That opens the shoulder.
Okay.
Beautiful. And then with this hand, bring it up and back. Good. Press the thumb into the mat and take the biggest breath you have all day. You feel that right here? And through here. One more breath. Good. Now keep this secure and point the foot up into the sky. So that lengthen the back of the leg. Good. Point those toes up and make circles with the wrist or with the ankle. Oh yeah. And then go the other direction, back and forth. Imagine stepping on bugs or hitting the gas pedal. We gotta do 80. We're finally on the interstate. I guess it's 120 here, huh? Y'all are kilometers. Spread those toes. Good. Now slowly lower that heel back down to the shin and try to touch it right to where it came from.
Doble la rodilla.
Right to there. And pause again. Hold that one breath. Second breath, start to trace it back down. Good. And then reset. Take a little break. Soothing.
I feel so good.
This can easily become more work than decompression.
Yes.
If you want to go that route for strength, you increase the intensity of your breath. So you start to, and then more powerful in the exhale, you'll feel your body heat speed up. You feel the core heat up. If I were to do that in 5 sets of 5 breaths, it'd be 25 reps versus 3 sets of 3 breaths, more decompression.
Okay.
And then the focus on day 1 is decompression. But if you want to use this for a workout, you can use this same concept as a workout just by adjusting the intensity. I love to explain to people that they can make a fist, and they can make that fist harder, and they can make that fist harder, and I could say make the hardest fist you can. And I would say make it a little harder, and you would still have a little more juice in the tank. The body's actually able to tear itself if we really do it. So there's a good percentage of like 30% to me is a safe percentage to just tighten, because the focus here is to induce the relaxation response. Ready for the other side? Let me see you start. Position 1, big toes together, heels apart. Bring the knees slightly up, rotate the inner thighs together. Good, big breath, open the shoulders. Let's pick this right heel up and put it on the left shin. Wonderful. And trace up to the kneecap and back down. Up to the kneecap and back down. On the bottom leg, bring the knee slightly up so there's more bend behind the knee. Try to keep it at about the same level as where the ribs are. Good. Cross the bottom foot under.
The bottom.
So see how it's pointing straight up? We're just going to cross it under just a little bit. That's going to pull and down and around out of that hip. Take this across the middle. That's going to pull down and around that hip. So we're pulling pressure down and away from the base of that spine that we sit on and gets compressed.
I can feel it here.
So now take this hand, put it on the inside of that leg. Wonderful work. Push the knee into the hand, push the hand into the knee, about 3 pounds of pressure. Take the other hand up and back. Boom. And then extend the leg. There's the stretch. Little ankle work. Wonderful. Boom. Spread the toes. Biggest foot you got. Boom. Stack the bugs. Boom. Now slowly lower it back down where the knee is. Wonderful work. Trace back down. Bring the hands back to center. Biggest breath you have all day. Big toes together. Heels apart. On your exhale, let all of it go. Like you're floating in a pool. You ever been scuba diving? No? You have to do that.
No, I'm claustrophobic.
Are you scared of that? You'd be surprised how not claustrophobic I think you feel under the water.
Really?
It's wide open. And then you're neutrally buoyant. You have no weight. It's like being in outer space.
Wow.
One of the best things you can do for your body to release tension.
Wow.
When you get good at it, you can just sit at 12 feet under and watch. Now you don't have to move. You can cross your legs up and under you. You're completely weightless.
Do you know that in Roatan here at the Bay Islands it's famous?
Yep,
Beautiful.
I do. When I come back, I'm bringing my wife. I told her we were going to get scuba dive certified, and then she got pregnant instead. So.
Okay. So now
But the baby's older, so she can get certified again. The next step is going to be on your tummy. So roll over on your stomach. And then, so now we're going to work against gravity, right? So on our back, gravity was helping. Now we're going to have to work against it. So starting with our hands, kind of our thumbs outside of our ears, maybe a little lower wherever they're comfortable. Tuck the chin, take the biggest breath. Pause at the top when you exhale. Don't let your head fall further down. So each breath.
Tuck the chin un poquito más. Ahí.
Very nice. Can you float the hands just a half an inch off the ground? Wonderful work. Start to move the hands up and out. Towards me. Can you bring your right big toe towards the left one? Good. Good. Where did you feel that the most?
Oh, here.
Up in the neck?
Here. A little bit here.
In the hips? Good. So from the top of the spine to the bottom of the spine. Any pain?
No.
Good. Wonderful. This is when I say you're going to learn to be your own chiropractor.
Okay.
When you do that, it lengthens everything. When you bring your elbows back, go ahead and press the fingertips just softly into the ground. Tuck the chin. Look left. Look right. Nice and easy. Look up. Look down. Good. Now, eyes towards the mat, chin slightly tucked towards the chest. Float the hands. Keep the left elbow down as far as you can and reach the right hand up. Yes. And then alternate to the other side. We're going to do 3 of those. 1, 2. Big toes together, float the feet off the ground a little bit. Last one. Big breath. Good. And then Hands here, and relax. We're gonna do one more set of those after a little 10-second break. 6, 5, 4, 3. Take a big breath. Bring the elbows down by your back pockets. Float the hands. Turn the chest this time towards your right. Good. Keep that elbow down there on the right side and reach the left hand up as hard and as far as you can. We're going to reach it up and across. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Great work. Press the fingertip down. Good. And then switch to the other side.
Oh.
In a good way, right?
Yes. Am I doing good?
You're doing good. I'm just going to have you keep the elbow. Here, let me see the hand and the wrist. Relax. That elbow should be kind of in line. You're trying to get it down towards the base of that spine. And tightening here. You feel it there?
Yes.
Good. And then alternate. So steady movement. Don't hold a position any longer than 2 seconds. You're constantly trying to move. Remember, this hand reaches all the way across.
Okay.
Wonderful work. And then switch to the other side. This is what's going to hydrate the spine.
Okay.
Each vertebrae. Need a break?
No.
I love it. I love it. Reach, 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 reach. Good.
Wow.
Last one. Reach, 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 reach. You do much better with this side reaching, don't you?
Right, yes.
And then, do you remember which hand had tension in it?
This one.
Yes, ma'am. So, open, close, open, close. Wonderful
Like
work.
that?
Yes. Okay. Back to here. Little rest. Woohoo!
Wonderful.
Soothing. Renee, how are your knees? Any knee issues?
Lorena?
No.
No? Good. All right. Go ahead and take the hands here, right by the ears. We're going to get into a position where you can push yourself up into this spot that I'm in. See how I'm all the way back? See where I'll be able to push through the hands and take the hips back. Right now my toes, they don't have to touch, but you want the big toes to point towards one another. The knees can be slightly out or neutral, however they're comfortable. If you feel like it's stressful on the knee, just adjust it and start to walk those hands further back. The goal here is that we can tolerate this, but I want you to keep the hands on the ground at first to support the upper body. Find a position that you can kind of slowly rock forward and back. And then keep the chest and the eyes up where you can see the wall in front of us. Yes, ma'am. And little bitty rocks, little bitty rocks. Good. How's that on the wrist? Because you can do this as well.
I'm doing okay.
It's easier on the wrist sometimes to make fists. Sometimes I'll use, there's little bars, little posts that you can hold.
And your fingers, will they be toe in?
So, it can either be here.
The toes.
Oh, I have my toes tucked, you're right. I've progressed a little quicker. You can do both. Okay, so this is gonna stretch my foot. And this prepares me to get into this position. But right now, we're just gonna be toes untucked and push the outside of the foot and the outside of the shin as close to the floor as you can. You feel that opens up behind the knee.
Yes.
Boom. Are you able to sit all the way back?
Yes.
Yes, you can. Wonderful. Okay, big breath. Open the shoulders, okay? I want to see the palms and the thumbs out. Boom, we're going to come up. Hands behind the ears. You open the elbows and look up slightly. So you're looking down the bridge of the nose. Wonderful work. Turn the chest to the left. Turn the chest to the right. Drop an elbow down. Good. Not the head, keep the head tall. You feel how, imagine you've got a bucket of water and you don't want to dump it.
I just felt
A good click.
Yes.
So,
Another good click.
my concept here is we're decompressing the spine. We did all of this already, and now we're going to get into this area. So good breaths. Opens up. Little circles. Like you're rowing or paddling a boat. Left, right, left, right. Left, right. If I have you unweight the hips off the left, right, you'll feel the butt does more work. Find it where you can get the butt as close as you can, where you feel like the the butt cheeks are doing the most work. Boom. And then, we're gonna come here. And same thing we did on the ground, we're gonna reach up. We're gonna alternate side to side. Boom. From there, out to the side. Little mini circles. Okay, so now we've worked from here up into the shoulders, and now we can safely move the neck. Looking up and around, making circles. Boom. A lot of times, if you ever feel like the neck is a little off, you don't want to go right into trying to adjust the neck because the head sits on top of the spine. So we start here, we work into here, and then it's safely able to adjust that neck, and you'll a lot of times find it put itself right back to where it wants to be, which is why I say you learn to be your own chiropractor.
Yes, I just feel so
Release.
released.
And then you could go back to this, right? Getting rid of the fluid that we've just released out of the sinuses. Get things out. Soothe. Cool. Hands on the ground. Tuck the toes. Couple child rockers. Try to get the ring toe and the pinky toe to touch the ground if you can. Those outside too. And then, are you able to push the knees up off the ground?
There?
And then come back down. Separate your feet just a little bit for me. Good. Bring the knees out. Good. Bring the hands back. And then you're going to push the knees up, back, and out. Good work. And then come back down. Up, back, and out. Good work. Come back down. Up, back, and out. Okay. Walk the hands back. Can you put the elbows into the insides of the thighs and then close the thighs into the elbow? You feel like this part of the leg is doing the work? Good. And then take your butt up and back into a big stretch. Separate the heels. Turn the big toes towards one another. Turn the shins and the knees and the thighs up. And then walk the hands back to the feet. Walk them up the shin. Wonderful work. Thumbs at the base of the rib cage, pinkies on top of the hip bones, a couple of these, feel a little bouncy, open the shoulders, take a big breath, open the shoulders, out to the sides, hands and elbows are like down away from the shoulders right now. There's an imaginary line that points right to here. I'm going to make little circles. Good. Wonderful. You're awesome. Good, secure alignment. You feel that? If somebody were to push you here though, you'd be like really narrow, so it'd be easy to tip, which means that you're challenging your balance in a great way in this position. From there, hands come up behind the ears, close the elbows, press them together, 2-second hold. Open those hands big, open the elbows, 2-second hold as far back as you can, big breath. Fill the rib cage up. And then exhale, soothing, and then close those elbows. 2-second hold, good, open them up. 2-second hold, good, one elbow down, one hand up. Does this feel familiar? And then switch back and forth. Wonderful work, wonderful work. Big reach and a good pack on this bottom side because you're tightening the tissues down here. So it relaxes and elongates, and then you're tightening the other side. Because the spine will turn and bend when it releases energy. So you're creating this versus our tight version of ourselves that we get stuck in.
Wow.
Step 1 foot forward, just a little bit. Up, fingertips together, down, take them out. Good. Raise that heel just a little bit. Wonderful work. Bring the hands up. You feel a little wobble. Feel a little wobble. Hang out in those areas where you got a little wobble. Good. Come back to center. Boom. Step through. Good. And then step forward. Boom. Up. Down. Good. That's a reaction response. And that's a good thing. We want to induce those with this work. Because if you were to step on something slippery, and you have that reaction response, you don't fall. But if you don't train that reaction response and you step on something slippery, woo, we just keep going. And as you probably know, the older we get, the more likely we are to lose our balance. So you're proactively preparing for the inevitable that you're going to trip, but you're not going to fall. You're going to be able to react. Up, elbows towards one another. Boom, come right here. Up and out. Good. And then step through and land on the other side. Wonderful. And then go for a walk. Just, yep, flooring in and out. Good. Reaction response. We want that. Oh, that breeze feels good.
No, this feels so good.
Remember that spine as it coils protects the head. What do you think this head weighs? 12 pounds. Guess what happens if it goes 2 inches forward? It weighs about 30, 40 pounds on the spine because it's pulling it. So you're staying upright and you're teaching it how to flow. So looking down the bridge of the nose, walking in, you're confident, you got some swagger. Excellent. Good.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. You're a great student.
Thank you. So did you
Filmed it.
good because